For every Marvel movie, there are dozens of fan theories to go along with it. While most of these theories are rubbish, there are some crazy ones which actually might be true. See if you believe these MCU theories and see how they can apply to your favorite superhero films. Check out our awesome video, but before you do that, slam the subscribe button. You'll join our notification squad and be the very first to know of any new content. And can you guess which movie is represented by these emojis? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
Let's make something clear.
Groot is a god. One of the more memorable characters in the Guardians of the Galaxy films is Groot, the large talking tree who has a number of his own powers. While Groot may appear simple-minded and only have the ability to say, "I am Groot," the Vin Diesel-voiced tree could have a lot more than meets the eye. In films like Captain America, The First Avenger, and Thor, the characters are often talking about the Yggdrasil, a magical tree used to protect the various realms and keep the universe at peace. After seeing the actions of Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy, many fans speculate that Groot is actually the Yggdrasil. Many signs point to this. He wants to help others and do good for the galaxy. He has a number of powers, including the ability to grow and form a protective nest over his Guardian buddies. One of the biggest pieces of evidence is Groot's ability to regrow and form into the lovable baby Groot. The various pieces of Groot may be planted all over the universe, spreading the Yggdrasil and allowing Groot to protect all those around him. While he continues to say, "I am Groot," we all should be saying, "Groot is a god." All the dead villains will return. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is filled with a lot of feel-good moments, only if you're a hero. If you're one of the evil villains, then you've probably dealt with death after death at the hands of heroes like Star-Lord, Ant-Man, and Thor, among others. There have been a countless amount of villains' deaths in the MCU, but does it mean that we have seen the end of our favorite villains? If one crazy theory is true, then they may all come back for a future film. The theory goes like this. Once Thanos collects all of the Infinity Stones, he will have complete control of the universe and the ability to shift time and space. Using these powers, Thanos can easily go back in time, save the villains, and use them to form a super team that does battle against the Avengers. It would be a lot of fun to see some great villains return, including Whiplash and Yellowjacket. It could also create some amazing battle scenes for all the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy to go up against. It will also allow these villains to get one more shot at true vengeance against the heroes.
The copper wire. The copper wire, you got
Okay,
it?
I got it.
Okay, you got it? Now don't let it touch it.
Pepper Potts is dead. One of the more fascinating parts of the MCU is seeing characters hop from film to film, interact with other characters, and truly make the universe feel like one. You've seen Nick Fury meet up with multiple Avengers, Ant-Man was recruited to join the battle in Captain America: Civil War. Even Sharon Carter has appeared in multiple films to continue her connection with Captain America. While Pepper Potts appeared in the first 3 Iron Man movies and appears briefly in the Avengers, she has been MIA in the MCU for multiple years now. On screen, Tony Stark talks about them breaking up, but many fans have speculated Pepper is actually dead and Stark is in pure denial. Even though Stark supposedly cured Potts' problem with Extremis, it could have been ineffective and she eventually passed away. In Captain America: Civil War, Stark pretty much brushes over the subject, adding to the mystery and creating another interesting subplot for the Avengers: Infinity War. There are many signs Stark is dealing with a lot of grief in Civil War, and it seems like it has a lot more to do with this than his long-dead parents. The Punisher has been sneaking around the MCU. In the past couple of years, the MCU has brilliantly expanded to Netflix with a series of shows. As fans gear up to watch The Punisher, it may not be the first time he has been part of the MCU. The Punisher is a lot different than typical Marvel heroes. He's all about vengeance, has very little morals, and will do anything to stop criminals. We've already seen the Punisher in the Daredevil series, but he may also have a connection with the Marvel TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Captain America: Winter Soldier. In Winter Soldier, there's a scene where Nick Fury is saved when a yellow delivery truck comes out of nowhere and takes out the villains. Many people believe the Punisher was the driver of the truck, especially because in the comics, Nick Fury and the Punisher are former friends and soldier buddies. On the TV show Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., multiple characters have mentioned a hacker by the name of Micro. This is very similar to the Punisher's go-to hacker buddy by the name of Microchip. We're just gonna have to wait until the full show debuts on Netflix before we find out how the Punisher is truly connected.
The only matter I do not take seriously, boy, is you.
The weapon that will defeat Thanos. In the Avengers Infinity War, the heroes will finally go up against their biggest challenge as they face off against Thanos and his collection of Infinity Stones. It's going to take a lot more than a powerful shield and hammer to take down Thanos. Despite this, it seems like some fans have already figured out exactly how Thanos can be stopped and the Earth can be saved. The solution can be seen in the Marvel film Doctor Strange. In the film, Doctor Strange has a training session with Mordo. It's during this training where he is introduced to a special weapon known as the Staff of the Living Tribunal. Fans watching Doctor Strange quickly realize the Living Tribunal is one of the most powerful people in the whole Marvel universe. A staff including his powers will have the ability to take down Thanos and stop him from destroying too many of our favorite heroes. It will be interesting to see how Doctor Strange joins up with the Avengers and uses the staff to battle against Thanos. Peggy Carter is Tony Stark's mother. In Captain America Civil War, we learn more details about the death of Tony Stark's parents. It is revealed that Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, is actually the one who killed his parents. While this is upsetting to Tony, his mom may not have died in a car accident after all. If fan theories are true, then Peggy Carter may be the actual mother of Tony Stark. Following the various timelines can get complicated, but it makes perfect sense that Stark is the son of the skilled Agent Carter. Through multiple movies and television shows, we've seen the romance and chemistry between Peggy Carter and Howard Stark. They hinted at getting intimate, have had multiple scenes together, and Howard Stark appeared in many episodes of the Agent Carter TV show. We all know Tony has had daddy issues for many years, and it could all stem from the mysterious nature of who his true mother is. In Captain America Civil War, it's also revealed that Peggy Carter dies. While Steve Rogers is directly impacted by this, Tony Stark's strange behavior can also stem from the same death. The Arc Reactor is an Infinity Stone. It's hard to watch any Marvel movie without hearing mentions of the Infinity Stones. They've appeared in multiple films, including the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy. There are 6 stones in total, including the Space Gem, Mind Gem, and the Power Gem. As Thanos attempts to collect all 6 stones, he may be missing one that isn't so obvious. The Arc Reactor may actually be a man-made Infinity Stone Iron Man uses to power his body and the suits he wears. The Arc Reactor has a lot of similar features when compared to the Infinity Stones. It can be used for attacks, has extreme powers, and many of the effects of the reactor match the actions of the Infinity Stone. This can make Iron Man a huge asset in the battle against Thanos. The only way to take down the evil villain is to battle him with the same types of powers. If Tony Stark is able to create more arc reactors, then the Avengers can help defeat Thanos and save the whole galaxy. It could also be a way to write Iron Man out of the MCU and have him sacrifice himself to save everyone else. Rocket Raccoon was created by the High Evolutionary. One of the more interesting characters in the Marvel Universe is Rocket Raccoon. As part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Rocket is a walking and talking raccoon who has an expertise for weapons, a smart mouth, and the ability to go toe-to-toe with the very best of them. In the original Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Rocket briefly talks about how he is the only one of his kind, and it was multiple experiments that made him who he was. Without too many more details revealed, fans quickly concluded Rocket was probably an experiment done by the Marvel villain named High Evolutionary. In the comics, High Evolutionary is an evil villain with a variety of superpowers which include telekinesis and energy manipulation. He is also known for experimenting on various animals and creating human hybrids named New Men. It could be revealed in future films that Rocket Raccoon is actually one of these experiments. The villain could appear in the third Guardians of the Galaxy or as the newest villain once Thanos is finally destroyed. Either way, Rocket may get some revenge and reveal some more about his past if he ever gets to confront the High Evolutionary. Red Skull is Thanos. The Marvel movies are filled with all types of memorable villains. There's Loki, Ultron, and Thanos, among others. One of the more forgotten villains is the Red Skull. The evil villain appeared in Captain America, the First Avenger, and was killed off by the end of the film. Or was he? Red Skull disappears at the end of Captain America thanks to the Tesseract. What if the Tesseract didn't actually kill the Red Skull and it was revealed he is actually Thanos? It may sound far-fetched, but there is actually a lot of evidence to back this up. A little extra time and space could have easily transformed the Red Skull's skin into a purple for Thanos. One of the biggest similarities between Thanos and Red Skull is how much they both crave power. It would make a lot of sense if Red Skull was transported across the universe only to transform, collecting Infinity Stones, and begin his ultimate revenge against Captain America and the other Avengers. The whole thing could easily be explained and really help connect a lot of the movies within the MCU. Deadpool took place in the MCU. Many people know Deadpool is a part of the X-Men universe and produced by 20th Century Fox, but a number of fans are convinced he was actually part of the MCU. Deadpool is an extremely popular character, and his wisecracking violent ways would be a great contrast to some of the more clean-cut heroes like Captain America and Thor. When looking back at the Deadpool film, there are two big indicators the director purposely intended to make it feel like a part of the overall MCU. One of the more obvious indicators is showcased during the climactic scenes of the movie. Deadpool battles on what looks very similar to a decommissioned helicarrier from the S.H.I.E.L.D. This means that after the events of the Avengers, Deadpool's battle took place on a large flying ship. Another clue comes from Deadpool's roommate, Blind Al. In the comics, Blind Al is a character who dated Captain America in the past. Was she added to Deadpool to purposely make a connection? Could they reconnect in the MCU? Watch more clues and details about Deadpool's involvement in the MCU in the video Reasons Why Deadpool is Secretly Part of the MCU through our partners over at CBR. Iron Man 2. Spider-Man can finally play in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but did audiences meet him before his debut in Captain America: Civil War? One theory suggests Peter is the small kid wearing an Iron Man mask at the Stark Expo in Queens, ready to take on a robot. Peter is revealed to be a fan of Stark's, so it makes sense he would want to attend the event. And since Parker is a high schooler in the MCU, the age lines up pretty well. Pretty neat. Obviously, Marvel couldn't use Peter's name at the time, but it's nice to think this is what happened because it would tie everything together into a neat little bow. Wow, there you have it. What theories do you think are actually true? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to Screen Rant on YouTube so you can stay up to date with all of our awesome videos. And the answer to the emoji question is...